Hey, hello, my friends. Paul Apollonia here. Going to show you something I sold actually a while ago, but I've sold a few of these in the past, and I want to show you kind of a bolo. Be on the lookout for. I'm not a big fan. Be on the lookout for. So I think it kind of whatever raises the prices or whatever. But the stuff I sell is kind of so obscure that I don't think it's going to do anything to the prices. So again, I'm Paul Apollonia. Paul Apollonia. Been selling on eBay for what feels like forever, 20 plus years. Check out all the stuff in the video description there. My meetup group. It's online. It's a Zoom format. Changed the name to Southwest Florida Meetup Group. We meet second Thursday of the month from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. $5 charge, free for first time visitors. And check out all the other links. Some are affiliate links. I make a little bit of money off of some of them. So this item is kind of really obscure. It was, I wouldn't say it was very popular, but it was popular. We actually bought one back in the 80s. Never really used it. So I must be talking about a piece of exercise equipment. Kind of used it. I used it for a while. Then I bought this one back probably about 10 years ago. I thought, yeah, I'm going to start using this thing, man. And I didn't really use it. And before then, I found found one in the trash. I bought one at a thrift store and I parted out two of them, and I sold one and I sold this one too. So what the heck am I talking about? But before I forget, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. 1,404 subscribers. Thank you so much. I know it's not much to many YouTubers, but it means the world to me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And after you're done subscribing, hover over that subscribe button and click the all. And don't forget to like this video. Okay, so let's get this show on the road, as I like to say. Let me shrink my ugly mug. I'm going to talk probably a lot about this item, um, what I used to, how I sold it, how I packed it, and some other stuff. So it might be a little bit of a long video, just letting you guys and gals know. There it is. It's a Nordic Track ski machine produced in the 90s. This was one I bought off of, it's a long story, but I'll just tell you, I bought it for pretty cheap off of somebody I used to work with in the reselling industry business. I sold a lot of stuff for them. And they had it, and I wanted to get back into using this thing, and I thought, great, yes, I'm going to start using this. And I did for a very little bit. It took a long time for this to sell. I listed this this is a picture in front of my garage when we lived in Raleigh, North Carolina. I put this up on eBay probably, well, let's see when I sold it. Well, I started it, I'm in Florida now. We moved here in August, and I relisted it in December. And it sat, I took it down when we moved. It took us 30 days to get our stuff. We won't talk about that. And then once we got back, I relisted it. I played around with the pricing. I didn't get through $339.99 for it. Somebody came in with the best offer. There were ones that were selling for $325, $330. I don't know what was up with this. I don't know why I couldn't sell it. The previous one I had that I bought at the thrift store for like $30 was a very basic model. I think it was called the Sequoia, which was just, it didn't raise up in the front or anything. It was just a basic ski machine. Had a basic computer on it, had everything here, but it didn't raise up in the front like that there. Those things are adjustable. So real quick, the story I listed it in Raleigh, and it sat. And it sat. I moved it down here. It probably was listed for probably about a year in Raleigh. This is what they call a long tail sale. I moved it down here. I relisted it. I played around with the pricing. I played around with the title. I did everything I could, and it sat. And it seems like every time I think of, well, my big motto is when in doubt, part it out. And I've done pretty well parting these things out. I've had offers just for the computer for $60, $70, $80. And the last offer I got was probably about a month before I sold it. And I was really just going to say, screw it, just sell the computer and either part the rest of it out or just get rid of it. But I did sell it for two pretty low ball offer, to be honest with you. I think it was like 249 they offered me, and I just took it immediately. Very quickly, we'll go over the listing. I try my best to use eBay's best practices with the title and everything, and I put it with manual, and it had yeah. This sucker came with everything. Let's show you. The pictures were all done on my phone, nothing fancy. There's the whole machine. The machine was in really, really, really good shape. Probably rarely ever used. Yes, I could have used a better background, but you know what? That's the way it is. I try my best to take pictures of all different angles. There was no rust on this machine at all. Like I said, people still use these. They love these. I mean, the wood was, I didn't do anything to this. Maybe I dusted it off a little bit. I didn't go crazy with this. I want to make sure I get the pad was great, no cracks. Um, these rollers sometimes get worn. There was no worn marks on them. This gets messed up. The belt usually gets worn. There was no worn marks on the belt. No worn marks on those rollers. The spring was in good shape. That controls the belt. And then I took the other side. This was all good. This tensioner for the belt was good. All this was good. All this functioned. Um, Everything was good. It was a functioning machine. The computer worked. I used this machine for a while, probably a couple of weeks. And this was prior to my knee replacement. This is when my knee was really, 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 really bothering me. But everything was in good shape. Took a picture of the underneath. I did wipe down the underneath. I didn't go crazy with wiping it down, but I did wipe it down. It even had the heart monitor on it, the cable. I bought that extra. I bought that on Amazon. So that did work, and you clipped it to your ear. Here's the tag of when it was built. It was built in 1992. It is 2025 is when I sold it. So this machine is not new. It is quite old, but people still use them. So I'm sitting there. When did I sell this gun? I'm sorry. I sold this like 2 months ago. So I'm sitting there and I got an offer. I thought, God, 249. I know I could get more for this thing than 249, but I thought, you know what? They're going to pay the $99 shipping, and trust me, it was a big box. And I'm going to go into a little bit of how I shipped this thing. The box was almost as tall as me, 5.5 foot tall. So it cost me a lot to ship it. So they put a bid in, or they put an offer in. I looked at where they were located. I am in Inglewood, which is Southwest Florida, down below Tampa, about 2 hours south of Tampa. And the person that bought it was in Orlando, woohoo, about 2.5 hours away. Thank gosh they didn't ask me to meet them halfway or anything. They wanted it shipped. It cost me about $60 to ship this. And you're thinking, oh gosh, I would refund the person. Well, let me show you how I ship this. Or let me try and explain to you how I ship this. But first, before I forget, let me go over what I had on the listing. Obviously, I talked about the title. My shipping was $99.49. That's about what everybody else was offering for shipping, so I did that, about $99. 30-day return. They were thrilled with it when they got it. He messaged me immediately when they got it and took it apart, and he was thrilled with it. He had to leave his in the Bahamas, and he was thrilled to get mine. He couldn't take it with him. So this is my condition description, which I always put when I'm selling something used, and I can show you. It's the same thing. I copy and paste it down in my description. I use all item specifics I can find. I pulled up the UPC. How to get the UPC? I went to Google and I typed in what it was: Nordic Track Pro Skier UPC, and I found the UPC. I verified it by Google searches. I put that in there. That does help your searches if you can do it. I filled out everything that I could think of as far as what I could use for item specifics. I didn't fill out anything that didn't pertain to the item. I didn't use, make sure I didn't use this before I say, I didn't use, boy, that light is shining right on my face. That light is still shining on my face. All right, so, yeah, whatever. Um, I didn't use anything that wasn't necessary. I was able to find it on eBay, so I pulled in some eBay stuff. Um, Maximum weight was 250. This is the dimensions. I even measured it to make sure. So I used, this is what I don't understand why this thing just sat there and others were selling. But hey, it happens. I don't know why. Whatever. I sold it. I think I paid 10, I think I paid $20 for it for the whole machine 10 years ago. And I bought that cable for like $9. So I made my money. I was totally thrilled with it. So this is, the machine was disassembled when I shipped it. I was upfront and honest with that. I was disassembling it when I shipped it because it was a big machine and it folds up, but it took a lot to ship it. I probably spent almost an hour shipping this item. So again, it was $60 for shipping. I made $40, but or 60 some dollars. I made $40, but I spent a lot of time and I had to use a lot of boxes and a lot of packing material. I'll get to that in a minute. So I clearly stated the machine will be disassembled, but don't worry, all you need are 2 adjustable wrenches, and that's true. The front legs, hip cushion, and maybe the main folding post will be removed. The main folding post was this thing. And there's just a bolt down there, and this folds down. Basically, this, there's a pushy thing, whatever you call them, two metal things, whatever you call those things. You press them in, you press these in, this folds down or up, whatever, and then you fold this down, and then you fold this on top of it, and it basically, you can wheel it. It's got wheels on it and everything, which is nice. So it makes it pretty compact. You could probably put it under a bed if you like. So let's go back down to here so we can read this real quick, and we can get this, hopefully get this video done a little faster for you. So that's what was removed. I removed, one more time, I'm sorry. I removed these front legs, and the skis came off. And that was basically it. I also, as I was removing it, I put, with painter's tape, I put a piece of painter's tape down here, piece of painter's tape down here, and I labeled it like A and A, B, and then I put B. And I think I took this off and I put C and C. So person had no problems putting together. I put, like, for example, D and D, and I left all the nuts and bolts attached to the ski machine. I put them in a bag. I didn't do, I wanted to have everything attached so everybody, so the person knew where it was. I wanted to be clear that they would have to assemble it. I also gave them new batteries, 2 AA batteries. Like, that didn't cost me hardly anything. I wanted to make sure I will label everything for easy installation, which I did. Please review all photos, blah, 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 blah. All right, so how did I ship this? Like I said, I took everything apart. So basically I had, well, here we go. I had, let's get a big picture here. I had this by itself without these things. I had the skis just slid right off of them. I used, oh my gosh, probably 5 Lowe's Home Improvement small boxes. I think they're 16 by 4, 16 by 12 by 14 or something like that. And I telescoped them all. What do I mean by telescoping them? I made one box, taped the bottom of it, put packing material on the bottom, whatever packing material I could find. I'm having a hard time getting packing material down here for free because I just don't know where the good dumpsters are yet since I've been here. I miss my furniture stores that I used to go to in Raleigh. Put a bunch of packing material on the bottom, laid this whole piece, put it down in there. Put more, so I've got one box still, put more packing material around that. Then I took another box, same size, everything, put it on top and just slid it on top, telescoping it to the next box, to the bottom box. Didn't do any taping yet. I taped the bottom of the first box, obviously. Didn't do any taping yet. Put some more packing material, air bubbles, whatever I could find. And I wrapped all this stuff individually too. So as I was packing, I was shoving the skis in there. I was trying to figure out how to fit this stuff in there. I put this cushion in there eventually. Then I put another box, more packing material, um, put some more stuff in there or whatever, wrapped up the computer in bubble wrap and took the batteries out of the computer. Sometimes I put them in reverse so they don't, so the computer doesn't go on, but then sometimes people are like, well, it's not working and it's just not worth it. So then I put more packing stuff, another box, and then the final box I put on there and I put everything in there. Oh, it even came with, I didn't show you this. It even came with manuals and a VHS tape. Whoa. So I put that in there last to make sure that was all in there. Um, got everything in there. Then I made sure each box telescoped, and I have a video of telescoping boxes that I did for a vacuum cleaner in my videos. If you want to look at that, I made sure all the boxes at least were kind of sturdy, and it was kind of straight. It wasn't leaning over. Sometimes it's a little tipsy, but it was perfect. And it measured. It was big. It measured probably 5.5 feet tall. And it was, what I say, 14 by 14 or 14 by 12. I can't remember the exact dimensions of the box. So it was a big box. So I got the two ends taped them and he said, then I tipped them on the side. I made sure that they were still telescoped, and I just taped them. And I made sure I used 4 bands of tape around each. So I had like 4 inches of tape around each box that was telescoped. And then I took my scale out to the garage, and this was tough because I was trying to figure out how to weigh this thing. Excuse me. My little scale, which it's all blurred out, darn it. But my little scale, which is like I bought for like $20 on eBay eons ago, it's kind of seen better days. I got to get another scale, but I put that on the floor and I tried to put the box on top of it, but the box was tipping over. And what I should have done was had a bigger piece of plywood and then teared it, whatever they call it, the scale, and then put that on there. But I didn't do that because I didn't have a piece of plywood because I threw all that stuff away before I moved. Um, so I laid the box on its side and I made sure that it wasn't leaning on the ground. Finally got it weighed, and I forget what it came in at. I think it came in at about 55 pounds. Um, or yeah, it was pretty heavy. I was thankful it went to Orlando. Like I said, it cost me $60, but there is money in these ski machines. Keep your eye out on them. Um, let's just see real quick. Let's see if I were to part this out, what what it would what we can do real quick with parts. Okay, so these are not solds, obviously. I'm going to go down here and just do, obviously, I would doubt anything would be new, but look at the prices. These are still not sold. I'm doing this old-fashioned way. Sorry. Okay, so you see, here's a computer for $19 off of one. Here's one for $339, the same price as mine. He's doing free shipping. He probably got it for nothing. Here's another one for free shipping. Um, here's the parts. Here's front leg. So if I couldn't sell it, I could have parted it out, but I really didn't want to part it out. You can see these are still selling for decent money. Boy, somebody got a deal on this. I'll be honest with you, for $130 to my house. I may have jumped on this and may have even tried to resell it. Um, I need to look at this stuff more often. There's one out in the field. Here's a pin, rollers. You could I've sold a lot of stuff off of these ski machines. I've sold skis. There's a computer, springs, rollers. So you can take this either way, however you want to do it. Here's $70 for the computer. This is the pull things here. These are these things here. Um, like I said, you probably get these for nothing. I found a few in the trash. I found a few on Facebook Marketplace for free, on Craigslist. I found one on my street that was in the trash. So just to keep your eyes out for these Nordic Track ski machines. I know it's something really obscure, and you're probably never going to see these, but just keep your eye out on them for them. And I hope you enjoyed this. I hope this educates you on something very different to keep your eyes out for. I'm kind of sell a lot of one-offs, kind of a lot of weird things, stuff I find in the trash, stuff I get for free, and stuff like that. Again, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. I hope you learned something here. And please don't forget to subscribe and like this video and hang on for more videos. Thank you. Have a great day.
Hey, what's up everybody? It's Steve with Raiken Profits. I'm here with Paul, and I just want to shoot a quick testimonial for him because he's been one of my good friends for over, what, 4 or 5 years now?
Yeah.
And if you're looking to learn about selling on eBay and you want to start a side hustle, or you just want to make some money flipping stuff on eBay, you're in great hands. Paul's been doing this for a long time. He's helped a ton of people, and I put my full faith and trust in him. So Paul, I appreciate you.
You bet. Thank you so much.
You got it.